be here for 2 hours. I might not even be here for an hour tonight. I am not feeling my best, and it was my plan not to even come on this evening. But I am here. Good evening to each and every one of you on this evening. And the only reason that I'm coming on this evening because there is some new stuff that's coming up in the Dolph situation that nobody has the info on but me, and no one has shared the info on social media but me. So in saying that, I decided to come on long enough to talk about this real briefly and to share with you the mother. I'm going to be speaking with the mother in this incident that I'm speaking about tonight as well. You know, I see all of these bloggers, and I've shared with this, that many of them put up information that they have no knowledge about whatsoever. Um, so it came onto my information last night. We've talked about Cornelius Smith, and we've talked about Justin Johnson being arrested in the murder of young Dolph. But one of the things that the Memphis Police Department has kept from us is that another young man was arrested in this case as well. That the Memphis Police Department did not share with us their arrest. They told us nothing about it. But being the investigative reporter that I am, okay, I found out about you go snitch. Yeah, I am a snitch. I am a snitch. I am. I am a snitch. I'm one who's concerned about murder in the city. I don't give a damn whether it's a rapper or not. Okay. Rappers are not special individuals to me. Young Dolph was not a special individual to me. Yo Gotti is not a special individual to me. Black Youngster is not a black, is not a special individual to me. I'm concerned about life. Okay? That's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about life. No one has this information that I have. No one has been as thorough as I have on this individual. And these wannabe bloggers, these wannabe journalists, I laugh at them for not having any authenticity, no creativity, no research abilities. I found out about a young man by the name of Terrion Owens. This Tasha Mack that is in here, you ain't my Tasha Mack, so you gone. I found out about a young man by the name of Terrion Owens, who has been arrested. He was arrested in November. In fact, Terrion was arrested prior to the death of young Dolph. He was arrested and he was also picked out of a 6-person picture lined up by Valerie Wilkerson, the driver of the white Mercedes. He was picked out by her as one of the persons who carjacked her. Okay? This young man, Terrion Owens, stayed in jail. But listen to me. He stayed in jail until December the 2nd, where all of his charges were dropped. Now, I found this very, very peculiar. Very, very peculiar. He was charged with aggravated assault, especially aggravated kidnapping, carjacking, evading arrest, employing a firearm with the intent to commit a felony, violation of the seatbelt law, and a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. And yes, you are getting this information first here. Okay? These were all of the charges that he was charged with. He was charged with on, I believe it was November 12th or 13th. I better not block you. Let me show you how easy this is. He was charged on that date with all of these crimes. Okay. So, this individual was arrested. When the police stopped him in his Honda, he ran. Okay? He ran. He was placed in jail on a $275,000 bond. On December the 2nd, all of these charges were dropped, were dismissed. Now remember, in this, the white woman who was driving the Mercedes picked him out of a lineup. So my question became, why is he being dismissed? Okay? Why was he being dismissed? Why were all these charges dismissed? were they dismissed? Some say that they were dismissed because he told on everybody else. His mother says, and I talked to his mother, and I'm going to call his mother in just a minute. His mother says that they had the wrong person. So I have to be concerned about the fact that, okay, you say he was the wrong person, but he was picked out of a lineup, okay? So when I see you picked out of a lineup, and I'm just blocking some people on Facebook. When I see you picked out of a lineup, and the white woman says, you're the person, I begin to wonder, why was he released? Okay. Yeah. What's the reason behind the release? Did the police get the wrong person? And if he is the wrong person, okay, if he is the wrong person, are we sure that the other two people that they have in jail?
Unknown caller. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press...
Why the fuck are you calling me?
Kenny Lee's online.
Why are you calling me?
Right.
Why are you calling me, brother?
Kenny Lee's tearing your ass up right now.
Brother, why are you calling me?
Kenny Lee, he's saying you're gay right now.
Brother, why are you calling me?
He's saying you're
You ignorant son of a bitch. Why the fuck are you calling me? I didn't open up my phone lines for a dumb motherfucker like you. Man, suck a great big dick like mine and choke, motherfucker. Bye.
He just leaked your number.
Okay. And see, one of the reasons that we as black folk are so fucked up, y'all some fucked up motherfuckers. I hate some of you black motherfuckers. I hate you motherfuckers. I don't blame white folk for hating your motherfucking ass, because some of y'all are some stupid motherfuckers, especially some of you who call yourselves men. You ain't shit. You should have been calm that ran down your motherfucking daddy's leg. You ain't shit. You're city acting motherfuckers. You motherfuckers who find even the most serious things that are going on in our community. You motherfuckers find life to be so motherfucking serious. And this is the reason, as of tonight, I will not be doing phone calls anymore after tonight. The only phone calls that I will be doing is ones that I'm going to make. I have put Mr. Owens, and I'm only going to be here about 30 minutes, because I didn't feel like fucking with you dumb motherfuckers tonight. I really don't. I'm so tired of you dumb motherfuckers. I am. I'm tired of you dumb motherfuckers. I'm tired of dumbass black men. I am. I'm really tired of your asses. Yeah, and some of you should have been calm that ran down your daddy's leg. Cause you ain't shit. You didn't grow up to be shit. You were little babies that wasn't shit. You were teenagers that ain't shit. Now you're grown and you ain't shit. And these are black men. I don't care about losing April Latoya. Fuck you. I'll lose you, goddammit. I don't give a fuck about losing no goddamn viewers. Do you want me to show you how much I don't care? Because I'll block your motherfucker ass. I don't give a fuck about that bullshit. So you must understand that you ain't the ones that make my money. And I'm just tired of city folk. You know, why is it that black folk are so motherfucking simple? Why? Okay? Why? Eat shit and die. Choke, motherfucker. So everybody shut the fuck up or go. Give a fuck about you either. And I just drop, I take you motherfuckers off here like it ain't shit. And the reason that black folk are so fucked up, you are fucked up minded motherfuckers. And I'm only going to be here a few minutes, I swear. Because I don't feel like worrying with you motherfuckers tonight. I have placed on my site the affidavit, the police affidavit of this young man. This young man was picked up out of a lineup. The white woman says that he was one of the individuals that carjacked her. The mother says that her son was not the person, that the police had the wrong individual. Okay. But after the night, I'm not doing it anymore. Nick Green, you gone. I'm gonna be doing phone calls. And I'm just, if I see something stupid, just don't say shit. You just gone. Let me see if I can get the mother on the phone. Then I'm gone. Fuck y'all. Let's see, what's the mama's number?
Powering on. Welcome to Alltech Lansing.
Myra, how are you tonight?
I'm okay. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Let's talk about your son for a second, and I'm not going to hold you real long. Your,
Okay.
your son is Terrion Owens, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Your son was arrested in November as one of the persons who carjacked a young lady by the name of Valerie Owens at the Kroger's Fuel Center, okay,
Mm-hmm.
on Kirby Parkway. Your son was picked out of a lineup of 6 individuals, and he was in jail on the day that young dog was killed. So we know that he was not involved in the shooting. But
Correct.
he had all of these charges. He had about 6, 7, 8, 9 charges against him, all the way back to aggravated kidnapping, to carjacking. All of the charges on December the 2nd were dropped. Why were the charges against your son dropped?
Because he wasn't there. He didn't do it.
Okay. Now you say that your son did not do it. So if your son was not there and he did not do it, why did the white woman, Valerie Wilkerson, who was driving the car, why did she pick him out of a lineup?
Because how they go, any black man, they say they all look alike. So that's how I feel.
Where was your son at that period?
Oh, wait. I'm not sure.
So if you're not sure where your son was at that period,
I mean, I'm not. I just don't remember right now as of today, but I know he wasn't there.
is your son home?
Well, he doesn't live with me. He lives with his girlfriend. So yes, he is the house.
He lives with his girlfriend.
Yes, sir.
All right. What was the reason that they pulled your son over? And well, I know he didn't have his seatbelt over on, so they pulled him over on in his Honda,
Yes.
and he didn't have his seatbelt on. Um, what brings them? What brings them to the point that they decided that he was a person of interest?
I feel like they went back on his juvenile record. That's how I feel about it. And they just want to close the case.
So your son does have a past. And I did not have time for I came on to pull his entire record.
Mm-hmm.
But I read the affidavit. He's had some burglary charges and things of this nature. Does your son know any of the persons involved in this incident?
No, sir.
So you're saying to me that your son does not know Justin Johnson?
I don't even know who Jeffrey Johnson is.
Now I'm not asking whether you know him.
No.
The concern would be not whether you know him or not. The concern would be Does your son know Justin Johnson? Does he know Cornelia Smith?
No, he don't know them people.
How do you know that he does not know them?
Cause when somebody got folks who was arrested with the chase,
He was arrested with what, ma'am?
I said you talking about them boys that was arrested on their charge.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, he doesn't know them.
Now, how do we know that your son, maybe you don't know him, but how do we know that your son does not know?
All they do is get stuff off Facebook, off social media, and they just try to push stuff together like they know something, and they don't know anything.
Okay, but
Because matter of fact, half them days my son was at work, so that's why they dropped them charges. Because when you say you finna get a lawyer, and they don't want you to say that, they just want you to say yes, I did. That's not gonna happen here.
okay, your son was stopped. Your son was placed in jail because of his record and because of his charges on a $275,000 bond.
Yes, sir.
It's no doubt he was in jail. Okay. He was in jail at the time the young Dolph was murdered.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But you're also saying to me that you're absolutely positive that he does not know any of the persons behind. Does your son work?
Yes. Well, he had to get a job, but when we communicated, we decided for him to stay in the house, but he still
He do what, ma'am?
job. They said they gonna hold on to it.
He do what now, ma'am?
I said when we had our conversation about him staying in the house, so he called his job. So they said they gonna keep his job until all this stuff back passed.
All right. So he had a job when all of this took place.
Yes, sir.
And they're saying that they're going to hold his job how long?
Until all this stuff that's going on fly over, when he'll be safe.
Okay. So does he feel that he's in danger?
Yeah, because he get all type of little inboxes and his phones, his little friends coming by the house and showing them posts that they saying they can't wait to see him. And so the big thing, the officer told we had to call the police. And so they told him to stay in the house until they get this figured out. And
so the police feel that he's in danger?
Yes, sir.
How many burglary charges have your son had?
I think 2.
What else your son been charged with?
I think it was a burglary charge.
So then, your son's not really a good boy then, is he?
Well, at that time he was a teenager. He was 14 years old. I mean, they just bound him over as a adult.
No. I'm still asking you though, Myra.
I'm listening.
With your son having a history of burglaries, and I haven't pulled his complete record. Okay.
Okay.
I have not given. I haven't had time today. Your son's not a good boy.
Well, in people's eyes, he might not be, just because he did
what, ma'am?
things that he ain't supposed to do. But I think he is, and a lot of other people think he's a good boy. He's kind.
How can you be a good boy and you're burglaring and you're breaking into people's shit?
That was a long time ago. I mean.
Yeah, but whether it was a long time ago doesn't make him a good boy. You just don't go around and burglarize folks' shit and breaking into folks' houses and shit, right?
No, 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 you don't. But when you around certain people when you growing up and you try to be hang with your little friends and trying
Yeah,
to make sure I'm your
but
partner
then that
and
goes,
that's what you do.
Myra, that goes back to you. Why did you allow him to hang around certain people?
Well, sir, he only hang around no one. I'm at work. Because when I'm at home, he's at home.
He's in
He
on.
playing his game. So I didn't know none of that was going on
Mm-hmm.
until the police had came. Other than that, no. And then I didn't believe it because a lot of
So,
people didn't believe it because we know him. It's just because when they get with their little friends, they just do what their little friends do. Like he's a follower, honestly. But I'm just proud of what he's growing up to be today. So we're gonna put all that behind so he could be the man who he truly is.
so how old is your son now, Myra?
He's 24.
He's 24. Where's his father?
Huh? You
Where's
said
his
where's his
father?
dad? I don't probably at work. I don't know.
Is his father involved in his life?
Not really. Not like a father should supposed to be.
So you basically raised him on your own.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And he's out burglarizing house.
Well, hey,
Ma'am?
I said, well, I wasn't with him, so I mean, he made
Right.
his mistakes that he paying for them, so we put all that behind because that's old. We put all
Okay.
that behind, so we focus on the new Terrion and what Terrion is capable of do and what the good person he is. So he don't hang with none of them young men no more. He go to work. He trying to take up another trade. So he already have a trade, so he trying to get focused and leave all that behind. He be at the house doing what he's supposed to do. So I'm proud of the young man he's turned into, and he got a lot more go. And like a lot of people have a lot of growing to do. So
So
all I can do,
he
I
got a
pray
lot of
for him.
he has a lot of growing up to do.
No, a lot of growing to do.
Okay. He got a lot of growing up to be.
Yes.
Okay. But see, it's what do you say when you find that there was a six picture um, lined up? Okay. And the woman who was carjacked, she also blames your son for hitting her in the back or hitting her in the back of the head or whatever. That's where the aggravated assault charge came from.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that she picked your son out of the lineup?
I wish I could know. I wish I knew why she did it. I just feel like they let her look at his record, and she was like, well, he done it. I mean, then he had dreads at the time, and as they say downtown, all young men with dreads look alike. So I'm so glad he cut them off, and like I said, he become a better person, and I'm proud of him. And we're gonna put all that behind. And I hate that lady did put all that stuff on Facebook and talking about some news. That ain't no news. That's gossip. That's mess. That's messiness.
Not necessarily, Myra. Not necessarily. And I haven't read the young lady's post, but a young lady did put out the fact that your son was uh, involved, right?
Not with young Dolph.
Okay. Let's see. Here's the part that I missed, though, Myra, is how are you for certain that he didn't? And here
I'm saying 100,000.
let me say
For
something
sure
to
that
you,
he didn't
Myra.
do it.
Let me say something to you, Myra.
I'm listening.
I want whoever the persons are that are responsible for call to be called. But at the same time, I don't give a damn who gets caught. if they're wrong, okay?
Right.
And if your son is, even though he has a past, and we all got a past, we done all did something. Uh, my issue is, and I have to go back to the fact that this woman picked your son out of a lineup. Okay? When you all went to court, did you go to court on December the 2nd?
I went to court.
You went to court.
Mm-hmm.
So why did Judge Montesi state that he was dropping all of the charges?
Because when she got in there, she said she didn't know if it was him or not. She don't think it was him. And she
So,
said
well,
show up.
now, let me ask you this. She showed up in court that day.
So no, she wrote a statement. She didn't come. She wrote a statement.
So she didn't come up in court.
No.
When he went to court December the 2nd, was it for an arraignment hearing or was it a hearing on the basis of the charges?
It was a hearing the basis on the charges.
And she did not appear in court.
No, sir. But they had put their court day off like 3 or 4 times. She never showed up.
Okay. See, here's what I'm beginning to think about this case, and I'm gonna work on it over the weekend.
Okay.
I'm concerned with who this 25-year-old white girl is.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. I'm concerned with who this 25-year-old white girl is. I'm also concerned if you're saying that she did not appear in court. Why would you not appear in court if you say that these individuals have carjacked you? If you say that these individuals have put a weapon to your face, why would you not be present in court?
That's a question I would like to ask.
Okay. That concerns me. If you're accusing somebody, see, here's what I think, Myra. What I think in this case is that the person that was driving the Mercedes is also involved. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And no, that's not her son calling in. Y'all just mind the business that minds you. I got this. Thank you. See, this case gets stranger and stranger every day.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do.
Okay? That was some reason that they let your son go. And he was in jail from the November the 12th until December the 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that he was not present at the shooting of young Dolph because he was in jail. You reached out to contact me.
Yes.
And what was your reason for wanting to contact me?
Because I know you are the type of person that's gonna get down to the truth, and it ain't no shame in your game. And it don't matter who it is, you gonna tell them the truth.
And
you'll get to the bottom of it. So.
I'm not going to sit here and say
Okay.
that your son did it. I'm not going to say that your son is a guilty party in this. I do know from reading the paperwork that your son, all of the charges against your son were dismissed. And it was a bunch of charges.
Yes,
Okay. That was a bunch of charges. I would like for you to arrange for me to be able to talk to your son. Okay?
Yes, sir.
I would love to talk to him on my show Monday night. I love to talk to him. I'd like to ask your son some questions.
Okay.
I'm also very concerned about his affiliations. Is your son gang affiliated?
Yeah, when he was younger, but like I said, he don't hang around nobody no more. He got a young lady that got him where he's supposed to be, and then he listens to me. He go to church and he pray.
He go to church and pray. What church you go to?
He go to church with, man, I don't know the name of the church. I swear I know it.
So how you know he praying?
Oh, because we pray on the phone together.
Huh? I mean, you said your son go to church and he pray. How you know he praying?
Because we pray on the phone together. And he was taught that. He been doing that all his life. Pray before he go to sleep.
He been praying before he goes to sleep at night.
Yes, sir.
Now he lay me down to sleep. And if I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to keep. Huh?
I was just saying with you.
Okay. I want you to arrange for me, Myra. And I'm not going to take any...
If I have to give him my phone, I'll make sure you get able to talk to him.
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to talk to your son Monday night. And your son is how old?
He's 24.
He's 24 years old. And he's a church-going young man. And he praying. He got my young lady. He got any babies?
No, sir.
Ma'am?
No, sir.
He ain't got no babies. But he got him a young lady. And they on the right road. And he praying on Sundays. He's praying before he went and broke into people's house. But you got him on the right road now. We all got a path. But I wish that you would arrange for me to be able to interview him on Monday night. You think you'll be able to do that for me?
I am. I'm going to make sure it happens.
Ma'am.
I said I am. I'm going to make sure it happens.
Yes, ma'am. And I'm not going to accuse him of anything. But I'm also concerned with how the police even threw his name in the fray. Was it just based on the fact that the lady said that he was there, or did they have any fingerprints?
No, sir. And it's an officer that harassed my son on the daily when he stayed off Kirby. And I'm gonna make sure he give the name to you. He knows
what's the officer's name?
I don't know, but he gonna be able to tell you where you talk to him.
Okay. Will you make sure? I'm not against your son. Okay. Let me
I
say.
know that. I know
Let,
that.
let, let, let me let me say that from the beginning. I am not anti your son. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I think that the Memphis Police Department has made several fuck ups in this case. I'm not sure that Cornelius Smith, who, in my opinion, they have him arrested. I am not convinced that Cornelius Smith is the right person. When I look at the picture of the young man with the Bass Pro Shop hat on, uh, in the picture at Makita's, and I look at the body style of Cornelius Smith, I am not sure that it's the same person. You know, I'm not. You know, I'm not sure. There are some things to me, and I'm wondering whether this case is going to come together based on the actual facts, or come together because the police department is anxious to solve this case. That's my interest. Okay. I'm not. I'm not. And then again, I'm not a member of the Memphis Police Department, but I'm probably as good as this as some of their people are. Okay. Uh, I'm just not sure of all of these people that they're saying that are involved. When I go back to my conversation with the agent, the insurance agent, then I look at a lot of stuff that is going on. I am not just, I am not sold on the fact whether uh, they've got the right people. So I'm not going to go in on you about your son because, see, based on evidence and knowing that particular judge, there had to be some reason that Montesi threw the whole thing out. The prosecution had to come back and say, look, we got the wrong somebody. When you went on December the 2nd, had you and your son already been to court?
He had went to court. Nah, that was his first court date, December 2nd.
So who is your son's attorney?
Jesus. What is it? I have it wrote down, but I don't, it's in my phone.
Nigel somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a black lawyer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's Nigel somebody. Like I said, I wasn't feeling good, and I hadn't did some things I needed to do on this. But on Monday I will. And you know, and I question. I'm sorry. I question the city of Memphis police on this. Okay. I question uh, somebody saying that whatever they say her son did, he did it. See, you're a city bitch because apparently it didn't because all the charges were dropped. I've looked at the court papers. I pulled the court papers. I saw where your son was on a $275,000 bond. Okay. And I saw where on December the 2nd, Judge Montesi dropped all of the charges. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you sure your son ain't at the house with you?
No, sir. He lives with his girlfriend.
All right. Will you have your son at your house on Monday? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And let me talk to him.
I will.
Okay. Will you assure me of that?
I will. I assure you.
That's why I want to talk to him. You're the mother, and as a mother, I don't give a damn what your son did. Shit. You ain't gonna find no fault in him. Okay. That's just a mother's way. Okay. That's just a mother's way. But let your son know I ain't for him and I ain't against him. Okay. I just want to get to the root of this particular problem. Now I'm also aware, I'm very much aware, that his lawyer probably does not want him to talk to me. Okay?
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, I'm very much aware of that. No lawyer wants their client to talk to me. I can be worse than any prosecutor anywhere. Okay? So let's clear this up and I'm going to let you go, Myra.
Okay.
On that day in November that Valerie Wilkerson was carjacked at the Kroger's gas station, you say that your son was not there.
Yes, sir.
And you base that your son was not there because your son told you he was not there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also say, does your son own a gun?
No, sir.
You say your son don't own no gun.
The stuff they had on Facebook, he had on Facebook, they don't belong to him.
Was your son on Facebook with a gun?
Yeah, but if they would have really investigated, they would have knew that they just
Wait a
wanted
minute, wait a
to
minute, wait a minute.
That's why they dropped them charges.
Myra, why was your son on Facebook with a gun?
Hey, I don't know. I don't be on Facebook.
Wait a minute. But you just told me that your son was on Facebook with a gun.
Yeah, that's where they later got them pictures from.
So why was your son on Facebook holding a gun?
I don't know. You can ask him that when you talk to him Monday.
So wait a minute, because I haven't seen the pictures. So your son was on the picture with some more guys holding guns?
That's what the picture shows.
They was where?
I said, that's what the picture shows.
The picture shows your son and a group of guys on a picture holding some guns?
Yes, sir.
Why were they holding guns?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. What page were they on where they was holding the guns?
I think it was on Facebook.
Whose page?
I said Facebook. You said where they was on?
Yeah, whose page on Facebook was your son on holding guns?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it was on his page or not.
I mean, your son that goes to church and he prays to Jesus and people. Why would your son, if he's what you say, he's transformed, and your son is a good boy now? Good boy.
But those pictures are old.
So none of these people that your son was on the picture with holding the guns, they all go to church and pray too?
No, they don't go. I don't know if they go to church or not. I don't know.
So your son has a thug past, a gangster past, a gang past?
I won't say no gangster. That's just what the pictures show. That ain't who he is. A picture will have you 1,000 or speak 1,000 words.
So wait a minute. If that ain't who he is, why would your son be on a picture holding some guns?
Because those pictures are old. And that was in his past. That's not who he is today. So
How old is them
his
pictures?
past, we don't live in the past. But the past ain't gonna get me nowhere.
Your son ain't but wait a minute, baby. Your son ain't but 24 years old.
Yeah, but them pictures
He ain't got no whole lot of past behind him. Did you see the picture yourself?
Yes, I did. I took him off the Facebook thing.
So wait a minute. So did you know any of the boys that he was on the picture with the guns?
I knew one of them they went to school with the elementary one.
One of them what?
I said they went to school with him.
What school did your son go to?
He went to America Way. That's where he met them from, America Way.
That's an elementary school, ain't it? What high school did your son graduate from?
He went to Kirby.
He went to Kirby. He graduated from Kirby?
No, he graduated from what's the called school?
What's the name of whatchamacallit school?
Well, he was locked up. That's where he got all his stuff. He got a trade and everything.
Okay. Wait a minute. So he was in the school for bad boys.
I guess it was, yeah.
How much time did your son do?
He did a year and some months.
Okay. That was for the burglary charges.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when he got out of school, how old was he? 19?
When he got out of school?
When he got out of the reform school?
Yeah, he was around about that age.
Huh?
I said he was around about that age.
So the pictures that he took, were they after he got out of jail?
It's the one with the dreads. That was before, way before he went. Them pictures are like
the pictures.
old.
The pictures that he took. The pictures that he took with the guns. Were they after he got out of jail?
No, that was before.
So these are pictures the pictures of him holding the gun. Okay. The picture of him holding the guns was before he went to jail.
So with it's a lot of pictures on there. It's the one if he had heard that was before he went to jail. If it's the one that was the one he first had got out of jail.
So
He didn't have no hair on his head.
he didn't have no hair on his head. Now he got them dreadlocks on his head, right?
No, he cut them off. He cut them off when he was locked up.
What's your son's Facebook page name?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh?
I said I don't know. I have to. I don't know what his Facebook page.
So do you keep up with your son?
Oh, not on Facebook.
Where do you keep up with your son at?
Through my life every day. I talk to him every day. I be at work every day.
So, see, Myra, when you said he was on there with them guns, it throws a different light on that because he's affiliated with some young gangster wanting to be niggas.
Well, he was affiliated with them. He's no longer affiliated with them.
So how do you know that he is no longer affiliated?
Because they don't have no contact on him. They don't know how to get in touch with him. When I see him, when I leave work, they be like, "Mom, have you seen see where he at?" I said, "He don't live in this no more."
So how do you know that they don't have any contact with him?
Cause I know they don't, because they asked me where he is.
Huh?
I said, I know because they asked me where he is.
So who are the guys? So you're saying it's the guys from his past that's looking for him?
They looking for him?
Yeah, you said they asked you where he's at.
Yeah, they were looking for him because they haven't seen him. I told him he don't live here no more.
So they come back the house. Hey, where Terry on at?
Mm-hmm.
And do you pass on the message to Terry on that?
No, I do not.
Let me ask you something real serious, Myra.
I'm listening.
There's definitely a reason that your son was released. I find it hard to believe that this white woman can say that this young black man carjacked me. He had one of them AR rifles. He hit me. And the police just let him go.
Because they know he won't do it. Like I said, they just seen the pictures on Facebook and just roll with it.
In this city, in this county, and here's what I'm talking about, Myra, is that in this city and in this county, okay, you don't have to be and have done anything for the charges to be there. And I find it strange. And I'm gonna look into it over the weekend.
Okay.
I just find it strange that the white woman can say that this nigga pulled a rifle on me. I ran from the car. He pulled me back to the car because he wasn't smart enough to start the car.
What double sign?
Okay. And did your son have on a mask?
What you say? I'm sorry.
I'm saying, did your son have on a mask?
No, sir.
So he didn't have no mask on.
No, sir.
He was just there.
Look, when you talk to him tomorrow, you can ask him that question, because to my knowledge, I don't know nothing about it. I just got the phone call when they had locked him up. And
So
I don't know if he had on a mask or didn't have on a mask. But that's a question he can tell you the answer to.
well, I don't think your son gonna talk to me.
Why not?
I just don't think he is. I don't. If he's got a good lawyer, his lawyer is going to advise him not to talk to me. there are some people saying, Myra, that the reason that your son is free is that your son did some talking. I mean, what would your reply to that be?
I just laugh. That's all I just laugh because they funny. All of them funny to me. They laugh on them. If they can't prove it, they'll make something up. They've been doing it for years.
And you're positive based on I don't know what. You're positive that your son knows none of these individuals.
Yes, I am.
Ma'am,
I said, yes, I am. But that's a question he can answer you, but I don't think he'll talk to you. I think he'll talk to you.
I'm going to call you over the weekend and see if he will, but I really don't think your son wants to talk to me. I don't think that his lawyer wants him to talk to me. I really don't. If I was his lawyer, I would advise him not to talk to me. Talk to anybody, but talk to me. But like you said, you don't know whether your son had a mask on. We know that your son has a history now of handling those type of weapons. Those are the weapons he had in the picture, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your son has a history of handling these guns. He's only 24 years old.
Well, I'm not gonna say a history because a picture will speak a thousand words just because
a picture is
holding a picture. Holding a gun on a picture don't mean he's shooting.
But the picture is history, man.
I mean, it's their history. I mean, it is what it is. But the truth will always come to the light. It might just take some time, but it comes to the light.
Okay. I mean, and like I said, I just asked the questions, man. I just asked the questions. How old was he when he went to reform school?
I really look. I have seizures right now, and my memory. I have to go look.
Ma'am, wait a minute. Your son goes to jail. He's only 24 years old. You don't know how old he was when he went to jail?
I don't know. What's the jail when?
You said he was gone for a year and a half.
Yeah, he was in his early 20s. He was like 21, 19. I think he was 19 or 20, something like that. Like I said, I have to look at the paperwork.
No, he could not. He could not have went to reform school at 19 years old. He'd have been too old to go to school and to reform school at 19 years old. So he would have had to be a teenager when he.
Okay, he was a teenager.
Ma'am?
I said, well, he must have been a teenager.
But you his mama. You don't know how old he was?
I'm trying to explain to you, my mind, I can't remember certain things.
But ma'am, that's
the age of where you supposed to be in a reform school where he was around that age.
But ma'am, that's your son. You mean to tell me you don't remember when your son? You don't remember?
I don't remember the exact age. No, I don't remember. My medicine make me. I don't remember a lot of things.
What kind of medicine you take? You taking some crazy medicine or something?
No, I take medicine for my seizures. I'm not crazy at all.
You have seizures?
Yes, I have seizures. That's why I can't remember a lot of things because of the medicine.
So you can't remember then whether or not your son was present at the carjacking.
You said what now?
You have memory losses. Is that what you're telling me?
On certain things that really aren't important to me.
Okay, so it's not important to you as to when your child went to prison, went to school, went to the reform school?
He was a teenager. I have all the paperwork. That stuff is long and over with. We've been there, done that. So now I don't need to remember that. He know he been there.
Well,
He know he don't need to get in no trouble.
you his
So
mama,
I have all the
and
paperwork.
you his
I know
mama,
I'm his mother, but like I told you, I don't remember. You motherfucker, get on that motherfucker, fat bitch.
ma'am. Hello. She gone. She got upset with me.
Unknown caller.
Why she got upset with me? What did I do? The lady hung up on me. And she got irate at the end. I don't know. Speaking in tongues or some shit. Yeah. All I did was ask her a question. No, I wasn't beating a dead horse. I was interviewing. See, if Mara was smart, she'd have hung up on me 10, 15, 20 minutes ago. And this is the reason I know her son ain't gonna talk to me. Because I have this motherfucker ass confessing and he won't even know he confessing. I'm good at this shit I do. But, I don't understand a mother well, she reached out to me. She reached out to me. I didn't reach out to her. She reached out to me through somebody else for me to get involved with it. And when I get involved, I don't take no sides. I just do what I do. What you got to hide? What you got to hide? What you got to hide? I don't know what you saying at the end as it was going on. Now, and that's an interesting observation somebody made. Were the charges dropped because didn't nobody show up? Will the state no, my friend, I guess we won't be speaking to this, but will the state pick up the charges? See, I just found it just hard. When I looked at all of the charges that old boy has against him, so let me pull him back up. Aggravated assault, especially aggravated kidnapping, carjacking, evading arrest, employment of the firearm, violation of the seatbelt law, convicted felon in the with a handgun. That's too many charges to be dropped. These were all the charges that stemmed these charges all stem from that particular incident. With the aggravated assault, they're charging him with being the person that hit her with the gun. He ran for the police. You ain't guilty. They pull you over on a seatbelt charge. And then I guess they find a warrant for your arrest. You take out chances. You take off running. They catch you. They give you a high-end bond, $275,000. You can't get out of jail. It'll take at least $27,000 to get you out of jail. Plus, on that much bond, you got to have a source hearing. They got to prove where they got the money from to get you out of jail. You're in jail till December the 2nd. I knew nothing about the pictures with the gun in it until she mentioned it. As they say on Perry Mason, she opened the door. You run from the police, so you still got an evading the police charge. She don't know where he worked. She just know he go to Sunday school and he pray to Jesus. No, Alex, not as of yet. I'm gonna do some things over the weekend. I wasn't feeling well. It's 8:30. No, I'm not going to recap. My show starts at 7 o'clock every day. Be on time. She don't know who he hangs with. Something wrong with that. Something was not wrong with this story. I don't know who grabbed the phone. Yeah, I mean, I have his entire record tonight. I mean, I just, why did they drop the evading charge? Did he make a deal? Did he make a deal? Mm. I mean, I made the deal too. I don't think this is the end of these charges. I don't know the lady. The lady reached out to somebody else to get in touch with me. They say he's at high. If he's not affiliated with them and he has nothing to do with this, why would the streets be looking for him? That's a lot of charges. I can see maybe one charge, two charges, but you drop everything? Police department, you need to let me work with y'all. We could solve some cases in Memphis, but y'all don't like me. All right. Someone asked, was his fingerprints found on the car? We don't know. But when we go back to Cornelius Smith, who they arrested, his print was on the outside of the car. They had no prints of him on the inside of the car. They dropped the gun charge, felon in possession. Don't understand why the charges were dropped. Did he give up somebody? As you would call it, did he snitch on somebody? Did he tell the real story on somebody? You are not the white supremacist oriented type, so you're not. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. That's dumb. That's real stupid, whatever you're saying. But I believe that there is some tuning up going on in the choir at 201 Papa. But I don't think that we've gotten total accuracy. I'm going to try to find the white woman who the car belongs to. And I just find folk don't like talking to me. And I'm a nice person. I really am. It's a Friday night and I'm tired, y'all. So I'm going to leave 30 minutes early. See on Facebook Live. So I see he on Facebook Live talking to me. Give him his Facebook page. So I can go and join his page. You think he mad at his mom? Look, I don't care about what Kenny Lee. Why y'all telling me? Why you coming to my motherfucking page telling me about Kenny Lee? Why do you think I care? Y'all send me all this shit about what other folk are saying about me. Why the fuck do y'all think I care? Okay? Why? Why y'all come to my page and tell me about non-relevant motherfuckers that I don't give a fuck about? They talking about you. Come on with the little children shit. I don't care about these motherfuckers talking about me. They ain't me. They ain't got the juice I got. They ain't got the nose. All right, anybody else to bring up Kenny Lee's name, I'm gonna block you. Anybody. I don't care about nobody's show but mine. My show's the only show that I care about. All right, I've had a long day and I've had a lot to do today, and I'm not feeling 100 today. So, what time is it? It's almost 9 o'clock. See, I've learned now not to address people who want to be me. I paid the dues to be where I am in this business. Now, one Tony, you gone. I'm tired. Cherish Jones, no, I didn't get sick of 201 Papa. I was in an isolated area with a TV and a phone. Yeah, I am finna go. I ain't told you to tell me what these motherfuckers said about me. I don't care. You know, and I'm not a joker. I don't deal with silliness. Cherish Jones, wipe your ass with that shit you saying, okay? I'm just tired. I've had a full, Lord Jesus, I had a full week. And I'm tired, okay? And I gotta do a radio show tomorrow for 4 hours, brand new, down in the Delta. So I'm going to get off of here and rest. You know. No, I don't want to see y'all. I don't joke with y'all because I don't like most of y'all. So I just go through here blocking folks. All right, I'm going. Y'all have a good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Whatever bites you tonight in the bed, bite it back. Make the bite feel good. And I'm going to talk to y'all on Monday evening when I'm feeling better. Okay? What about the birthday party? Buy some tickets. CousinPastor.com. You want tickets to the birthday party? Go there. Until then.